What's going on, everybody? It is U-Turn Crowbat here, and you are watching U-Turn Central. Now, I am bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Now, I'm bringing you a Wi-Fi battle against Kathy. The team that I am bringing is my Electros, my Toxicroak, my Exodrill, my Garchomp, my Togekiss, and my Golurk. I am not bringing my electric team anymore. I kind of want to switch things up and just use my different team here. I have used some of these Pokes in the past, but let's get right down to the battle, shall we? This was a pretty good battle. It kind of showed me a lot of what Kathy's Pokemon can do, and so that kind of gave me some time to try and maybe make good predictions, but sometimes it didn't really work. But so Kathy ends up going out into her Ferrothorn, while I go into my Electros. Now, thankfully, I'm able to get the flamethrower off, because in a previous battle I did face a Ferrothorn and they kept withdrawing the Ferrothorn, so I could never hit it. So luckily I'm able to take the Ferrothorn out right now. Now she does bring out her Victini. While we were talking on Facebook, I believe it was on Facebook, they wanted to know if they could bring any Pokemon. I'm like, sure, whatever, I don't really care. Now this Victini does use the fire move of V-Create. Now, while my Garchomp does resist fire, it does a little bit more than I expected, and more than I wanted. But I do get the Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin damage up on Victini, which is always a plus, because now that, Victini does have the Lefty's Recovery, but I did get some damage off, so it's, it's whatever. But Kathy does withdraw her Victini into Hydreigon, and that was a pretty good move on her part, because I am weak to Dragon, while he is too. But I tried going for the Earthquake to try and take out the Victini, but she withdrew, obviously, and while I outspeed, I hit the Hydreigon with my Dragon Claw. Now at this point, I'm just kind of thinking who she can bring out, and she brings out her Manectric. So I kind of want to try and take this Manectric out as fast as possible, because it can use a variety of moves depending on how you train it. So while it does get the Intimidate off, I end up going for my I tried going for my Earthquake, but this Manectric knows Hidden Power Ice. I mean, that's exactly what my Manectric knows. I don't know if all Mega Manectrics know that. I don't know. But it does take my Garchomp out. I go out into my Exodrill, because in the past, while I have used Exodrill before, I have been able to take some pretty good hits, just like that, for instance. So I end up using my Surge Stance to boost my attack, because I'm thinking, I might be able to outspeed, but I don't know what the hell I was thinking, because I cannot, I repeat, cannot outspeed this Mega Manectric. So as you can see, the Manectric does take me out, and I'm kind of thinking, I know what Manectric is weak to. I know I can take it out, so who should I bring out? So I bring out into my Toxicroak. I bring out my Toxicroak, and he does get hit with a Volt Switch. Now, while that does more than what I wanted to do, I'm just kind of assuming, I can maybe do some damage to some of his pokes. Now, I do use my Poison Jab to try and get at least the poison off Volcarona. That does a pretty decent amount. Unfortunately, I didn't get the poison off, which isn't too much of a problem. I mean, this wasn't really a priority for me to get it off. I just kind of wanted to. It would help me. But I go into my Togekiss, because I kind of want to get the Air Slash. Now, he does use the Fiery Dance, and while I rarely face Volcaronas, I have never really gotten hit with a Fiery Dance like that before, so I didn't know what it did. Now, my Togekiss was able to take that pretty well. And while the Volcarona does get some of the HP back, I do also. And I'm thinking, I can take another Fiery Dance if that's what he has. Now, he does use Hidden Power, and I am not sure what Hidden Power he has, but it does do a massive amount of damage to me. I use my Air Slash, and I do take out the Volcarona, which is a plus. I mean, if it didn't take the Volcarona out, I wanted to get the flinch off. That would have helped me a lot, but unfortunately, that really hasn't been happening in my favor. So he goes back out into his Mega Manectric, while I'm thinking, now that my now that my attack is lowered from Intimidate, I just want to switch out. So I switch out and I go into my Iron Giant, my Golurk, because my Golurk can take certain moves. He does know a great variety of moves, and while he ends up using the Volt Switch, it doesn't affect me, so he hits me with a Hidden Power Ice. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm just gonna take you out right here. I use my Earthquake and I take the Mega Manectric out. Luckily, because as you could see, I wasn't able to take him out right then, so he was kind of doing damage to my pokes. Now he brings out his Terrakion, and while his Terrakion is incredibly bulky, I switch out into my Electros, and so he ends up using Earthquake from his Terrakion, and I end up using, I try thinking, you know, what can I do to take him out? So his Terrakion does nearly take me out with close combat, and so while he loves his Terrakion, I end up taking it out right here with a Giga Drain. So Terrakion, Terraki down. Take that, Terrakion. And so I was kind of impressed. I was impressed that I did that much. I was so glad I did that much. So he goes out into his Victini. Now his Victini does know Recreate, and that has been doing quite a bit of damage to me. And so I go out to my Toxicroak because I'm thinking my Toxicroak might be able to take a Recreate, but it does not use Recreate. It ends up using U-Turn, which still doesn't really do too much damage to me. So the Victini does get some Lefty's recovery, while I get some Black Sludge recovery. And so I kind of want to try and poison this thing, but I don't really know if that would work, so I end up using my Sucker Punch to at least bring its health down more. Now, Victini does use the electric, it is electric move on me, and it doesn't take me out. My Toxicroak is a bulky SOB, so I'm thinking, you know, I want to at least try and, try and take this thing out as fast as I can, because this Victini does know the Recreate, and it does pretty good damage to me. At least to my other pokes, has been doing great damage to me. He does take my Toxicroak out with it, unfortunately. So this is what's been causing me problems. I could not believe that I couldn't take this Victini out. I was kind of getting irritated. I'm like, am I going to lose to a Victini? If so, then I really need to change my style of battling up. Because as you can see, it just sticks with Recreate and it attacks my Golurk, and it takes my Golurk out, unfortunately. I wanted to try and I kind of wanted to get an Earthquake off on it, but, you know, there's really not much I could really do. I'm just kind of losing at this point. So while it gets more Lefty's recovery, I just kind of want to, I want to give myself a fighting chance. So I end up using Roost, because I want to be able to, I want to take any of its moves that it throws at me. So it ends up using its Fusion Bolt, its electric move, and I am weak to electric because I am part flying. Now, it doesn't do too much because my Togekiss is very, very bulky. That's why I love it. That's why I brought it to this battle. That's why I'm continually going to bring it to battles, because I know which moves it can take and what moves it can't. So while it does get, you know, more Lefty's recovery, I end up using the Air Slash because I want to try and get the flinch off if it doesn't take it out. Now, it luckily does take the Victini out, and I do get the win. I just kind of wanted to, like I said, get the flinch off if it didn't beat the Victini. I don't really know if it was going to get the flinch off or not. Knowing my luck around this time, I was not going to get that flinch. So I just want to say congratulations. Yes, I want to say congratulations to Kathy for giving me a great battle. I do love that she brought the Terrakion, and I do love that my Electros was able to take that close combat. So a couple of the surprises here were the Volcarona, I believe, knowing that hidden power move. I'm not really sure what hidden power Volcarona knows because I don't use one, so I'm not sure. And another surprise was the Victini, because the Victini was taking my pokes out, it was taking my pokes down one by one. And so I was kind of surprised by that, but thank you for a great battle, Kathy. And guys, don't forget to Arceus, rate, comment, and subscribe. Alright, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.